Yeah, I know, you're excited. All right, what's going on, everyone? Captain, you're back into the Marvel Contest of Champions video. Today, I've been talking about it for a little while. We are making our 1000th video. It might not seem like a huge milestone to a lot of people, but that is a lot of videos. Just kind of over the years, and more recent years, it's been less than past. Of course, River, he has joined us here. I don't know how much longer I'll get her. She, of course, had to be here for the milestone. But not only is this number 1000, it just so happens to almost coincide with my YouTube anniversary of when I posted my first ever MCOC video. So we'll kind of dive into a little bit of that as we go. But I just wanted to hop on here and make a quick video. And River as well, like I said, out as she bites me, wanted to be part of it. So let me get her out of here and then we'll get into this. All right, and now that I've fixed my lighting, let's go ahead and hop over in game. Or actually, no, let's go to the start. I guess we'll start on the channel, and I guess I gotta change the scene there. There we go. You would think if I'm at 1,000 videos in nine years of this, I would be quicker at this stuff. But here we go. As you can see right here at the top, 999. Now that is including live streams that have been uploaded. I figured that out, but you know, it is what it is. It's all good. And then if I go here to oldest, it says 8 years because I haven't technically hit the 9 yet. It's in like 2 weeks. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy to look back and just kind of see all these videos that when I first started, of just when those first creative juices started flowing. When I started playing this game, I want to say maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 months prior to when I posted my first video. And I don't know, I just really was getting into the game. I loved Marvel at the time. Marvel was like kind of at its like beginning, like at the start of like really getting into the flow of its whole universe and everything. So Marvel was really huge. And looking back now, my second video ever was the Loki login crystal. I completely forgot about that. Like just looking back then to see what made for YouTube content. Like nowadays, this was just a login crystal that we got at the end of a calendar, which at the time was brand new 9 years ago when they first added the calendar. Like you'd log in a whole month, and at the end of it, you'd get a 4-star, which 4 stars were the peak of the game at the time, which now obviously we are way beyond that. Cyber Monday, one of my first ever videos. I remember this Beast one. This was kind of the first video that really blew up for me. The first time I ever attempted to do some kind of guide. And at the time, you know, it went really, really, whoops, I didn't mean to actually click on it. It did pretty well. And I even remember, I'm pretty sure Brian Grant, after getting to know him and talking to him, he told me that he remembers the first video he found of my channel was a video I made about Beast. And I'm not going to go back and watch it, but I distinctly remember just not understanding so much about the game at that point. And I was just like trying to make a video. Like, I didn't know that in Realm of Legends, they didn't have their Special 3 activated. And so in the video, I was testing Beast against the Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. And I'm like trying to bait out specials. I'm like, I don't want to push him to his Special 3. and I even like, this video is listed as how to use Beast. And I literally didn't know how to use his second fighting style. I only knew the one. But yeah, at the time, like I loved Beast because he was my first ever 4-star mutant, and I had a mutant awakening gem, and I used it on him like right away, just because he was new champion at the time, and I thought, oh, he's new, he must be good. And yeah, well, we all know Beast is nowhere near, or has he ever been, pretty much a relevant champion. Yeah, let's just kind of go back to the first video here.
All right, guys, welcome back.
Just kind of looking at the game itself, the old alliance I was part of. I'm gonna mute it so you don't have to hear me double there. My mic back then also, I have a whole computer setup now and a camera and everything. Back then, I obviously didn't have a face cam. I was just going through using it on my MacBook Pro, a laptop. And I don't even remember how I connected my phone to the game or to the computer, but just looking at the old displays, the game has changed in game so much. Obviously now we can even play it on PC and everything. There's just some crazy stuff like Symbiote Spider-Man or not. Symbiote Spider-Man was my top top character in the game at the time. Looking back, Juggernaut was too. Now he's good. Back then he was not. Thor pre-nerf. What was it? 12.0? Is that what it was? 12.0 nerf? Oh man, those are whole other times. Just crazy. Beast here, I'm pretty sure I was talking about how he's like one of my favorite characters in the game at the time when I first did this. Just some crystals, and yeah, this is a throwback to go back and look at these videos and just click oldest. Let's see what else do we have here. Master mode tips. Oh, this was tips on like how to do event quests and everything. 4-star king, first progression videos. Those were, I mean, people still kind of do progression videos, I guess. Alliance War live attacks. Once upon a time, I tried doing Alliance War live attacks or videos, and I did some of them, but I just always ended up getting too much pressure to like do the fights, and I would always end up doing bad, and then my alliance would get mad that I kept dying, and so I was like, all right, never mind, this isn't good. But here we go, we're getting into like premium crystal openings. Man, I don't even remember the last time I opened a premium hero crystal. PHCs, dude, it was all about getting PHCs, and like we'd save them for so long, just open them and hope to get a 4-star out of them. Yeah, Realm of Legends Beast. I think this might have been the video where I was trying to bait out the special, or maybe this was just a solid run, a 9-minute run where I think this video is literally just Beast versus Winter Soldier. Like that's insane. I could probably, maybe it might be a fun challenge to see if I can do the fight faster. I don't even know if I've ranked up my Beast higher than he is in this video. I guess I can look real quick. Let's see. I have the game open here as well. So let's look at my 4-star Beast. This guy right here, rank 4. Okay, so he definitely wasn't rank 4 at the time. I think he was maybe rank 3, but still, never took him to rank 4. Maybe he deserves to go to rank 4, honestly. Like, I might as well. I don't need these crystals for anything else. I'm just gonna do it right now. Can I ascend him too? Do I have ascension stuff? I do. We're gonna send Beast, just kind of an OG, my first viral video. I didn't plan on doing this. It's just kind of spur of the moment, decided to take Beast up, and maybe we'll have some fun later on taking on Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. Let's go back. There were some other ones here that I'm just like looking back at these. It's reminding me of so many things. Captain versus subscribers, dual challenges. We used to have to do dual challenges as like a daily thing or weekly, or when they would pop up. And I just started doing it where I faced off against, I told you guys to put your names in the comments, and I'd search you up and then make a video of me fighting your top champ on the game. It was kind of a fun idea. It never really took off or anything, but at the time I was just trying to think of anything to get started. And that's what I've been asked over the years by people being like, hey, I'm starting a YouTube channel. What's your advice? And well, when I first started, I did the same thing. I reached out to Dork Lessons, who at the time, Dorky Diggity Dave, he was making tons of content. It was like him, Brian Grant, and Seaton, and then a couple others that don't make content anymore, but they were like the big YouTubers. And I reached out to Dave. He was in a live stream one time, and he told me, he's like, hey, yeah, message me on, I think it was Line, or it might have been Twitter or something. And he was like, yeah, I'll check it out. And, you know, I just kind of expected him to give me a few little pointers, but the dude wrote me a novel of like, hey, I watched a bunch of your videos. Overall, I like this, you do a good job with this. And then he made a list of like, hey, but make sure you try to focus on doing this, do this. And I was just like really blown away. I was like, wow, this guy, I don't even know him at that point. I wasn't friends with him. Now I've met Dave a handful of times. But I definitely owe a lot of my early success getting the channel starting to go in the right direction to have it kind of get to where it is now to Dave. So shout out to Dave. Don't know if Dave's going to see this, but shout out to you. Thank you for all the help. Back then, it meant a lot at the time. So whenever I've been reached out, I've tried to pass on some of that knowledge. And one of the things that you always have to try to is you want to try to be unique. You know, you don't just want to copy and paste what other people are doing. You got to try to come up with a unique way of doing things that make you stand out, whether it's your thumbnails, whether it's the way you edit, the way, you know, if you're just whatever it is, you got kind of come up with something. And I don't know, I feel like I kind of found a couple things that I like to do that have worked for me in the past. So yeah, take that for what you will. If you're trying to start a channel, hopefully that might help somebody out there. But let's get back to looking at some of these guys. I think at this point I at the beginning I was trying to figure out like thumbnails. I didn't know like what I liked, and because I don't want them to be too plain, but you want them to stand out. They're kind of like the thesis statement in an essay. I've always said. I think someone said that to me it might have been Dave, honestly, that said that to me. But like your thumbnail, if your thumbnail doesn't look good, it's not going to draw people in. Just like in an essay, you want to draw the audience in right at the start. So you got to have a good thumbnail. And so I feel like I've had some that I'm super proud of that I really liked over the years. Sometimes you make a thumbnail and you're just like, it's not going to be a good video. But then sometimes they do blow up. Here we did my first my face reveal video. That was a fun one. I remember at that point I got to know a bunch of YouTubers, and I kind of pretended to like copy them as best I could. And so that was a lot of fun doing that video. I'm not going to pull all these guys up. If you guys want to go back and watch through them, you can. I'm just trying to find some of the big ones that really, I guess I can just go to popular. That's another way to do it. But here we go. This Blade, when Blade came out, this might have been my first huge one right here. 44,000. Obviously that's over time, but yeah, Blade, when he came out, dude, he was insane. The Holy Trinity, all of them. Man, around this time I was really starting to enjoy making content, just having a bunch of fun. I always had fun with it. And then of course we have our first ever meetup where I got to meet Seaton and Rizzo the Legend and a few other people in person in San Francisco, and Seaton he came out there for an event. So that was fun. And then a few months later I went to my first Comic-Con, which I did a little Pokemon Go on the channel. If you guys don't know, there are some Pokemon Go videos there. New York Comic-Con, this was me announcing, I think, that I was going to be going. And, oh yeah, broke my face. That was fun. And then, of course, the meetups. This is when the channel took its biggest jump forward, was these New York Comic-Con vlogs. If you guys haven't watched these, a lot of you probably found my channel from these videos. And I just tried to recap as much as I could, and I was having so much fun meeting a bunch of these people who I've known at this point now for 2 to 3 years, and just never met them in person outside of Seaton at that event. So just getting to actually meet a lot of them in person, super awesome. Unforgettable memories like this video. Oh man, that one kills me every time. This one was awesome though. Lags versus Seaton at the Summoner Showdown. And yeah, and then the next year I was lucky enough to be able to go again. And so lots of vlog videos. Those ones did well, did really good as well. And always I thought at a time, I kind of thought like, oh, maybe I'll turn into a vlogging channel and do vlogging MCOC. I tried a few of those, but it's not really a game you can vlog, unfortunately. Pokemon Go definitely is, so I tried a few of those as well. And actually, looking here, the popular videos on my channel, like some of my Pokemon Go videos are some of my most watched videos. So that's kind of crazy. Just kind of hit a market there. So if you found my channel from Pokemon Go, thank you for that as well. I don't play the game anymore. I still have it downloaded, but I don't really play it. But yeah, this one though is another one that I am most known for. Of course, this video will forever live on as why I am known as the Loki collector, Captain Loki. Some people will say 4 featured crystals. If you guys don't know now, if you're more new to the game, the featured crystal used to only be like a few champions in it, and you had a really good chance to get those few, instead of now with the Titan pools and featured crystals having a bunch of champs in them. Like, it used to only be very, very few. And Loki, when this was, I think, when Ghost Rider was in it. Obviously, I was trying to get Ghost Rider duped and all of these champions, but instead, I end up skip to the end. You can go back and see my reaction to this video, but I pulled Loki 3 times. I pulled him first time and then duped him twice out of those 4 crystals, when I was just like, there's no way. There's no way. And my reaction was pretty good. I had some fun editing that one. It's kind of weird how in YouTube, obviously for my account, I was like, this is terrible. But like as I was editing it, I'm like, this video might do well just because it was so bad. So like bad things do good on YouTube, especially like really bad openings or just someone's crazy reactions, all sorts of stuff like that. I'm trying to remember. There was a guy. What's his name? Someone in the comments might remember his name, but he would always have insane reactions to his openings, and he was very well known. But it's been a long time. This one was one of the most fun videos I've gotten to do. This was at the second Comic-Con I went to, getting a bunch of my buddies and YouTubers to open up crystals and made that into one big old long video. So yeah, so much nostalgia looking back at all these videos and memories. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to come on here and chat about it, show you guys kind of in game real quick then where my account is at now. I just did a rank up video not too long ago, or yesterday, literally when I'm recording this. So if you haven't seen it, go check that out. But yeah, you can see this is where the roster is looking like with 7 stars. Got 166. There is a new offer that just came out, which I might make a video on that actually, because it does seem a little intriguing. But that's we'll save that for that video. But yeah, it's just the roster's looking really good at this point. And obviously I've been away for quite a while now, so getting back, learning these new champions, seeing the whole Summoner Fest last weekend, not being able to go to that, it's just got me like real fired up at the game again, which I haven't felt in a long time. So I'm really excited to be back playing the game and making content, because I do enjoy it. It's so much fun. I love getting to stream as well, so gonna try to weave those in more into the future while I have this drive right now. I got lots of ideas for videos, ones that I've had for a long time. I'm like, oh, I should do that kind of video, and just never did it, or just ones that I've come up with in the last couple of days. But yeah, so don't really know how I want to end this off. I think I covered just about everything I wanted to. Nothing super special in this video, just kind of a nostalgia video, thanking everyone for being there along the ride, all the friends I've made. Yeah, it's been an absolute blast. And of course, thanks to Kabam for making the game, and I'm part of the content creator program, so being a part of that has been a lot of fun, getting to be able to input on stuff and just try things out beforehand. And it's gone through a lot of phases. I was the second wave of content creators in the content creator program. Back then, the first wave was pretty much just, I think, like the 3 I mentioned earlier: Dork Lessons, Brian Grant, and Seaton, and then maybe a few more. Rich the Man, he might have been in that first wave. Can't remember. If not, he was in the second one when I joined as well. I'm pretty sure I was in that second wave. I'm pretty sure I applied pretty early on for that and was able to get in. So yeah, so shout out to Kabam, Marvel Contest Champions. Fantastic game. I don't plan on quitting anytime soon, so here's to another 9 years. Would have made more sense to make a video like this, I guess, at the 10-year anniversary, but I was like, I came up with this to do this for this video, since it paired up with my 1000th video. Thought it might make for a fun little recap. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about my time on YouTube or my channel or the game or whatever, let me know down in the comments below. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.